Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. It's Saturday. Yay! I am so glad. I was definitely ready for the weekend. 100%. So here we are. It's the weekend. I hope you guys are doing well, that you had a good week. And we're just going to sit and play today. I honestly don't know what project I'm going to work on. I mean, I think I've kind of narrowed it down. I need to play with my Unity Stamp Co. Kit of the month, and so I think we'll make some fun spring cards. I've also been wanting to this morning I was cleaning my craft room and I went through a bunch of my cards, taking out a bunch for donation and also to include in my orders. I haven't been able to include cards in my orders this last month because I was out. So one of the cards I found was kind of one that I keep wanting to go back to, and it's really just me using my scraps. And this is an A2, by the way, but I was just layering scraps and was thinking, yeah, we could do something like this today. I had pulled that one to put in orders, and but I'm not going to use scraps. And I got this and I want to test it real quick. It's an environmental friendly red iron oxide from Daniel Smith. It's a watercolor. So we're just going to swatch this super quick and make some things. So I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see. I'm so glad this work week is past. It's past me now. Some weeks are better than others, easier than others. You know how it goes. I think this is watercolor paper. And I don't need much. That's more than I need. I just want to see what this color looks like. Well, hello, everyone. Hello, Miss Vicky. Good morning to you and Miss Norma. Hi. Oh my gosh, there's so much coming out of this tube. Okay, I'm going to have to put, like, that's a lot of watercolor. So I'm going to have to put this in a palette real quick. This is like if you give a mouse a cookie kind of situation going on here. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Perfect. I wanted a rusty dusty color. And that's it. I was wanting rust, but in watercolor form. So I got it. Yay. Delightful. Okay. You guys, my watercolor drawer is still stuck. I do not know how this happened, and I don't approve of it. Let's see if that helps. Hello, Miss Jennifer. Hi, Teresa. Good to see you. Did I say hi to Susan yet? Hiya, Susan. Hey, Beth. Hi, Vicki Jensen. Hi, Sharon Castor. We're going to make things, y'all. I promise. Just trying to get to my watercolor palettes. Hi, Ann Ryan and Miss Paula. Hello. That's one doesn't have any space in it. Let me see if I have another one that I can get to. If not, I'm just going to have to grab a quick little dish to put it in, because more just keeps coming out. Okay, let me just grab a dish for now. We don't have time to go through all the proper channels of plating up this watercolor. but I'm not going to waste that much because that much is enough to paint like a ton of stuff. All right. We'll put that off to the side. Yay for this. This is such a nice color. I'm so excited. Hi, Miss Diane Miller. Okay, I'm going to go grab my Unity stamp of the month. And we're going to get to crafting, you guys. I just had to test this out real quick. Another thing that came tumbling out of my stash this morning, and this one is not the best example, but are my watercolored bees. And it would be kind of fun, I think, to make some of those. Oh, brother. Looks like the paper doll I made over on T's channel has a head injury now. Got some watercolor on it. That's okay. We can get it off. She's fine. She's healed right up. That was a fast recovery. Okay. So yeah, I hung out with T and Dawn yesterday on T's channel, Not Afraid of Color. And you guys, my camera just will not behave on other people's channels. And it bums me out because I would love nothing more than to hang out and craft with others. Like any day of the week, any, you know, like I took a break from work to do it and my camera just doesn't want to play nice. I think it's fine here with you guys. Well, no, now it's acting up with you guys. Well, that's because I have a white piece of paper there, but that's ridiculous. I'm going to have to figure out my camera situation, y'all. I do not like a messed up camera. We need it to act right. Now that it's messing up here, that tells me I have a bigger issue at hand. I thought it was like all the platforms that they stream from. I thought the platforms were the problem. I guess I'm the problem. Miss Jana, how are you, honey? All right, so let's play with this. This is the February. I moved y'all up. Don't mind the debris. But I was hoping that might help a little. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Jackie. Good to see y'all. Oh, you were just watching that, Vicky. We had a good time. Welcome to the Glue Crew, Miss Norma. Well, I'm just so delighted to have you. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I need to go back and watch it because I want to figure out how Dawn made those pockets, and then I want to see all of T's mixed media. So these are some things that came in the kit. It came with a couple of envelopes, couple of collage strips, and a big tag. I like this big old tag. They just Unity usually includes a couple of extras. And then they always have an inspiration page, which I really appreciate as well. Very nice. And then a bag, which this bag is, you know, what the extras come in, but you could totally stamp this up and use it. Put it in a journal, put your cards in it that you give to someone, something like that. So can always do something with a bag. And then we're going to play with this stamp set. Oh my gosh, it is just too adorable. Like these three little birds on the branch. I love the bunny. I love the duck. I love the whole situation. Miss Carmina, hello. Yeah, that rusty color was just what I wanted. Okay, so these stamps are large, y'all. It's like as big as the palm of my hand, which is great because this one's as big as the palm of my hand too. I mean, I have small hands, but still, these are all really large sized, which is fabulous because it just takes up the card and it's just wonderful. The other thing I love about Unity Stamp Co. is I don't have to color. I am going through, you guys, about to have the biggest D-stash ever. I've been clearing out my drawers. I'm pricing probably most everything at $5, and I'm cleaning house. Not really house, just cleaning up the craft room. And I'm making room for the kind of stamps that I love to use, and I'm adopting out through my D-stash the kind of stamps I don't love to use anymore because they're just, I'm just, you know, coming to terms with what I don't want to use anymore. Okay, I always like to transfer these every month as soon as I get them over to an acetate sheet. I really hope over time this is a good decision, that they don't just like stick there permanently if I don't use them. You know, like I don't know what the long-term ramifications are of this decision, but what I do know is it makes storing them a whole lot easier. Miss Rhonda Lane. Oh, I see. I see. Well, thank you. I'm so glad you came back. Glad you came back for some more. How's everybody doing? Ooh, I just got a cool idea from just placing these on here. How cute would it be to do like a heart, the heart, and then punch some holes and do some like danglies? Ooh, that would be so cute. We might have to try that. Yeah, so I went through my cards today and I pulled 150 cards for donation and giveaway. I have to do that so I can keep making room for more cards. And I love to do that because that's the only reason I'm a card maker to start. Well, why I started card making was to donate. And so forever and always, I will do that. You lurk on, Miss Susan. We're happy you're here. I lurk all the time, my dear. All the time. I'm a shameless lurker. Hi, Karen McCoy. Okay. Boy, these big ones, they had it arranged just right. And usually I just take the whole thing and I put this whole thing on there, but it was falling apart down here, so I didn't bother with that this month. It's so good to see all of you guys. Sorry you're watching me do maintenance, but I know some of you guys subscribe to Unity because you say things like, oh, I was waiting for you to use the kit this month. I have it, was waiting for you to use it. So I know that y'all get it. So maybe this helps somebody see the way I store mine. Gosh, this big old Mamba Jamba is not going to really fit on there. Which is fine. I could just take this and put it on another piece of acetate and store it with everything. But what this does is I store my stamps upright. And so this way, these all stay upright. If you don't put it on acetate, it doesn't stay upright. All of this is trash. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Ave, hello. Hey, Flo. Good to see you, ladies. All right, let's get busy. Sorry you had to sit through maintenance. Maintenance check. Oh my gosh. I did not put honey in my tea this morning because I didn't want to break my fast, but then I ended up breaking my fast anyways, and now I'm sitting here drinking tea with no honey going, dang, that was a mistake. Oh my gosh, Amalia, hi. How are you? Hey, Jackie. I know, I said hi to you already, Jackie, didn't I? But hey, Cordelia, I haven't said hi to you yet. How's it going? All right, let's get to going. Well, these little birds didn't fit back on the acetate, so we'll just start stamping them. Okay, the best thing to do, trying to find a good size block, that one will do, is to cut whatever size like piece that you want to go onto your cards. Cut that first. That way you're more likely to have it fit. You'll waste less paper because in the past, a lot of times I would just take this and stamp on a big white sheet of paper. But the problem with that is that then when you go to cut it up, it doesn't all work out. And so I think it's best to go ahead and cut your squares first. Sorry, my trimmer just fell. I was trying to pick it up. But yeah, I think it's better just to go ahead and decide and cut your squares first. So this little dude, he's not so little, is about basically 4 1/4 by 3. All right. So what I'm going to do is cut this to 4 1/4. I'll get more of it. So took an 8 1/2 by 11, cutting that down to 4 1/4. And then I'll cut it to 3 inches. And we'll make ourselves some ephemera with our stamps to go on these cards and scrap. So it looks like we'll get 6 that are this size from this sheet of paper. Now, this is acetate, no, accent opaque. What weight is this? I don't have the weight on it. It's about 100 pounds. I like the 80 and 90 too when I can find it. Because accent opaque 100 pound is no joke. The 110, 120, wow, those are super thick. Super, super thick. Okay. Now, I need to decide. I think I'm going to make spring cards with these. And before I start stamping, I want to pick my paper so that I know what color palette I need, you know, like what color I want to stamp in based on the paper pad. All right. I don't think I'm going to use Gilded Rose, but I need to put it back in its container, back in its plastic bag. All of my restock is coming, you guys. Thanks for, I've sold out of a couple of things. I still have a couple of Easter and a couple of the 4 Seasons. The paper pads I have the most of right now because I restocked previously was Gilded Rose, Rainforest Refuge, and Crafty Queen. Everything else is running very low or sold out. So thank you. I was thinking about kind of working towards smashing this and using this for these cards. So I think I'll base my color palette off of these, which is a lot of pastel, basically. is pretty much the color palette for these. I know. I know, Jana. For the longest time, I didn't subscribe, but I've always loved them. And then this year, I decided you only live once, go for it. You like their kits every month, you might as well subscribe. And this whole year, I've been building out my Unity collection. It's insane, but I love it. And so that's fine. I think let's try speckled egg for these little birdies. This stamp would be cool if you came in with, like, it has to be a water base. Do not put alcohol based markers on your stamps like this. But if you had a water based marker to come in and you could color these up differently, but I'm going to just stamp the whole thing in the speckled egg. Let's see what it looks like. I'm kind of actually thinking I might want to put this on a stamp positioning tool and stamp it in a couple of colors. Let's do that. I'm gonna bring out my little one. I stopped using this because Stampin' Up! Had to stop selling it. But I'm gonna go back to using it because it's just what works best for me while I'm recording. My big ol' Sizzix is just too big for my video setup. All right, so let's just pop that down real quick, stick it on the block. I'm gonna have to re-ink it. Yeah, I'll have to rearrange them on there, Vicky, for sure. I was just kind of smacking them down on there. I'm sure I know I can get them to fit because Unity got them to fit. Okay. All right, I want to save my place here. Oh, brother. I had this ink on here, which got on. Good thing there's two sides to a card. Piece of paper. There we go. I'm just going to put this down here. So this old Stamparatus has a plastic. This is plastic. So it's nice because I can put washi tape on there. Oh, I have a Unity package out for delivery today. What do you know? I had asked them if they would want to sponsor my upcoming card drive, but I don't think so. That's okay. We don't need a sponsor. We don't need no stinking sponsor. But they do have a cool collection for like mental health and stuff that's new, which is really cool, which is why I asked them in the first place. And we're giving these cards, that the card drive is for cards for a hospital. So I thought it aligned with what they're doing. But it's all good. Like I said, we don't need a sponsor. I am gearing up for that. I need to get the final details from the hospital so I can give y'all all the rules for participation. I do think I will limit it just a little bit, you guys, as far as how many cards you can send me each month. But this will be a card drive that, to my knowledge, is not necessarily going to like only run for a month at a time. This is a card drive that will keep ongoing, which is really cool, I think, because you, you know, maybe you're busy the month that I do a card drive and then you don't get to participate, and it's like, oh, bummer. But if the card drive is ongoing, it's less pressure for you guys. So I think it's actually kind of cool that it'll be ongoing. You know, some months you may want to make cards and some months you may not, or you only make cards one time, and that's fine too. We're just playing around here. I'm going to come back in with the blue again. Oh gosh, my husband did laundry all day yesterday, Cordelia. Bless his heart. Sounds like the most torturous way to spend a day off, personally. I mean, I do it from time to time, but dang. What had happened was I think our dryer was going out. So we weren't doing laundry because we didn't have a way to dry it. And then he seems to have gotten it working, so he was making up for all that lost time. I like it. What do y'all think? I think it's going to match those papers really well. I like it. Okay, even after all of that setup here, I think what I'm going to do is take this Sizzix paper, the sticky grid sheet, and put it in here. Man, y'all are getting a lot of maintenance today. Sorry about that. Good thing it's a Saturday and I'm not in a hurry like I usually am Monday through Friday. Uh-oh, something's wrong with that one. She has a boo-boo. We'll use her. While we're at it, let's put some on this mat too. This is a foam mat, which is good for photopolymer stamps. Yeah, sorry y'all are getting so much maintenance today. I really don't think I need a full sheet. I think what I'm going to do is just cut this sheet in half, because I don't really need to cover the entire thing with sticky grid. As long as it can do most of the work, we're good. Yeah, cover most of the mat. Hi, Miss Heidi. Welcome to the Glue Crew. What are you guys up to? Welcome, welcome. Is that it? That's all the stick it's got? Really? Okay. All right, it's good to keep one of these so that like when you're storing this, you can keep it covered and it doesn't get all linty. So I'm only gonna throw away one of these pieces. This is a day of maintenance. Okay, so I'm gonna put that back down real quick like, and then that way I can just put this right on top, and we'll put this piece over here. Pretty good investment. One sticky grid working for two, working double time. You can buy this. I got mine from Scrappy Shack, because that's where I got my Sizzix stamping platform from. But yeah, you can buy this and use it on any platform that you might have or want. Okay, I'm not using this today because I'm not using photopolymer, so I'm just going to set this to the side as it is. We're going to go back to stamping this. Sorry, guys. Alrighty then. So let's go back to this. That's about where it was before. So what I'm going to do now is instead of using the washi tape, I'm going to use a pencil or a pen and just kind of mark where I want to lay my paper down at. Like right here. This is what I do. And now I have my corner so I can mass produce. I can come in, just pop this down right there in that corner. Line it up on the grid. Gosh, I think we can get it a little bit better. Hold on. There's a better way to do this, but we're kind of reverse engineering here today. There we go. Let's do this. Well, welcome everyone to the Glue Crew. There's some good codes in there for y'all this month. I have some other surprises too. You were trying to do your succulent colors for the card. I watched last night, again, lurking, because I didn't get to watch the whole time. I came in right at the spin, and I was like, no way. Like, the random, the add the mug, I was like, oh my gosh. It was going really well until it was like, add a mug. Oh, man. But I do have an idea for that. I like this. It's very vintage, these two colors, and like the fact that it's not kind of like colored perfectly. It feels very vintage. Hey, Shay, how's it going? So good to see you. I know you must be feeling better because we're seeing you more frequently, and that is wonderful. Yay! Glad you got the results you were looking for, Cordelia. Oh, you've been having fun with the Gilded Rose? I'm so glad, Vicki. That is great. You haven't dug into the 4 seasons yet. Well, I'm spacing out the paper pads a little bit this month. Giving myself a little bit of a break, giving everybody a little bit of a break. I know we have lots of paper, and it's just me, myself, and I running Bitty Penny. So if I want to put a little space there, I most certainly can. But I will have some more paper next month, some new designs that I'm really excited about. I'm thinking about letting the Glue Crew vote on a paper pad for next month, because I have some ideas and I'm having a hard time making up my mind. So I'm going to go back and tap this a little bit randomly, you guys, and take up a little bit of that brown because I got heavy-handed. Cordelia, it's never too late for your mental health. Here, Miss Cordelia, let's read something from the self-help book. Where is it? It's lost. Of course it's lost. That's apparent. Let's see. Where did she go? I just saw her. It's not really a self-help book. It's a self-care book. She's lost in the wind. The wind of my craft room. If I stumble upon her, we'll read a little bit about self-care. I think it's hilarious that she's lost in my craft room right now. I just saw her this morning. Oh, well. Well, taking this approach, I think is maybe still faster than coloring, but I can't confirm because I have to keep cleaning off my stamp. And we are stamping like 3 times, but I like the effect. And these birds would be so cute colored up. But this is what we're doing, you guys. Aren't they adorable? 3 little chunky, fluffy birds. Let's do 4. So 1 more like this. And then I'm going to pull out a different stamp. Let's see. I want to see what stamp kind of fits on these cards that I made. You know what? Even though this is like really big and I know it won't like fully fit, a lot of it fits. We can do some of these. Someone needs to tell my bird it can take the weekend off. Yeah. I like Easter cards because, well, it's a fabulous holiday. They're usually can be very floral and springy, and I think spring is definitely my favorite season. I am fond of spring. You want to participate in the card draft, Jennifer? Well, good. I'm so glad. There are people who need our cards desperately, you guys. I'm telling you, this place is in desperate need. It's really one of the saddest places I've ever been. And I just know that they need us. They need us, and they need our cards. And it delights my heart to know people who desperately need handmade cards. You know what I mean? To make their life better. Because I happen to know a card maker or two. So it's kind of perfect. That's what I told the administrator. I'm kind of the perfect person to handle this. I mean, I think a lot of us would be. But I have a big mouth and I like to make a lot of cards. So I think I can get them some cards. Okay, let me put this one down. And this is what it would be more ideal. If you put your little, like when you're first getting set up and you're like, I'm going to make them this size. Well, you would put it down on your mat, kind of mark around it if you want. And then you line up your stamp on the platform. That would be more ideal. We did reverse engineering there. Okay, we've got 4 of these. Fab. And then now I'm doing this spring bouquet. I have to decide what color I want these. I think I want green, like a nice olive green. We're going to make some super simple cards, by the way. I don't think I told y'all that, but yeah, they're going to be simple. Okay, we've got old paper, but this is what I really want. Crushed olive. What are y'all doing this weekend? My mom's coming over and we're taking the kids and we're going to Half Price Books. Danger, danger. But we're going to sell some books. And because I have so many and the kids do too. Ones that they've outgrown, you know. And I think they want music, and I'm going to let them, because our Half Price Books, I don't know if y'all have a Half Price Books. I think it's a Texas thing, but they have a great like music section too. So let them shop for some music. Grandma's going with us. She wants to go to Five and Below, so we'll be going to Five and Below too. Ooh, that's pretty. Still very vintagey too. Love that. Love that. Okay. Oh, I'm only gonna have 2 of these. Hi, Reagan. Hey, Jessica. Did I say hi to you, Jessica? Well, hello. Oh my goodness, I know. Not only that, but just like having to take the stuff there and bring it back to a laundromat. I mean, gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, I think we get so complacent in our very comfortable lives that we forget how blessed we are, which is what my rose journal, if y'all saw it yesterday, is all about, is acknowledging the blessings in our lives. And I want to acknowledge a lot of the ones that might seem mundane or that are overlooked. I want to start for myself acknowledging the overlooked blessings. I definitely realized at the turn of the year that there's room in my life, and I'm sure in many others, for this practice to slow down, to look around and go, have I overlooked that blessing? Is there something I'm overlooking here that I need to be giving thanks for? You know there is. So that's what Miss Rose is for. She's going to help me document those. There. Oh, I love how 70s these are. They are so 1970s, and that crushed olive color. Okay, so now that I'm going to put this away, you guys, come back, bring back this. This is going to help it stay sticky. And then it'll help because I need to put this on top of it, and now both the sticky parts are protected. We have 6 images to work with, which I think making 6 cards is enough for us today. Could be wrong. I mean, wouldn't it be great if we could just make cards all day long? But I know we have places to go, people to see, things to do. Okay, I'm going to let these dry a little more. These are pretty dry. And I'm going to decide what I want to do with these. Because I don't think I want to just leave them like this. I either want to rough up the edges. Look who's back. I have to screw my scissors together to keep them together. But yeah, I think we're just going to rough up the edges for one. This is such a great way to add dimension to your cards without adding foam tape or cardboard or any of that. Just if roughing up the edges. Now it's a certain look, right? So it might not be for everyone, but it adds so much dimension, even though it's a flat piece of paper. It's amazing. So there's the roughed up. You don't need a special tool. Tim Holtz makes one and I have it, but you don't need a special tool to do that. You do need to be careful, especially if you're using like these butcher scissors. They will get you. So you do have to be careful. But let's do this. Hi, Maddie. How you doing, honey? Back in. How you doing? Back in. I just love your style. We are cut from the same cloth. Do y'all ever watch like people? I won't name them. There's a particular junk journaler who I watch on occasion, not regularly. A couple of videos a year. Let's put it that way. And the reason is because even though I love her finished product, hear me out. Hear me out. If I watch her build her journals, she covers all the things I love the most. So like if it's a botanical page, book page, and it has like an illustration of a flower and then words, she covers the flower. And I'm like, I would have covered the words. And it's like that all the time with everything she makes. She makes the opposite decision that I would make, and it makes it hard for me. And I'm sure I do that to y'all all the time. I'm sure I make all kinds of decisions. You're like, nope, I wouldn't have done that. Nope. But the thing is she is awesome. And I do love her finished stuff. And it does challenge me. You know, it is a good thing. I just don't have a lot of time to watch YouTube. But, yeah, it's just funny. It's just funny, the different decisions that we make. And I'm sure that y'all feel that way as I'm sitting here roughing up these edges. Probably the majority of you going, she's running that piece of paper. So funny. It's just a funny dynamic. Okay. So there are those. Completely ruined in some people's eyes and delightful in others. And here's the not roughed up pieces. These have so much sticky on the back of them from that paper. This paper is so thirsty, y'all. It just like soaks up watercolor and ink and I guess sticky grid mat too. It's just super thirsty, but I love it. More so for building my card bases and stuff, but next up, we're going to cut some patterned paper and we're going to make some cards. Oh, if we get done quickly, and maybe I should save it for another video, but I want to, did y'all see the Smash paper stash smash video with those little journals? I do want to make more of those and talk more about those and explore those more with you guys. But maybe I should save that for another time. We'll just see how this goes. How you doing, Miss Dawn? It was so fun crafting with you yesterday. I was a little shy to talk because there was all that echo at the beginning. And I wasn't overly confident that my headphones were working consistently. But I sure had a good time. Guess who's calling me? If you guessed my husband, you're 100% right. That would be the one. Bless his heart. Can never reach me on a Saturday morning. Bless his heart. Okay. I am not planning on using very much of the ephemera from this today. I'm planning on using the backgrounds. Okay, so let's just grab a couple of these. Let's do those 3 to start. I want to use these 3. Well, it's really 5 patterns. See, that's the fun thing about, well, at least for me as a paper designer, is we've got 3 sheets of paper, but 5 different patterns. I love that for us. Okay. Hi, Janin. Good to see you. Well, hello, Miss Jill Pounds and John, in case he's in earshot. And because he deserves a hello. Your heart is heavy today. Your dad isn't. Oh. Oh, Jill. I will hold you in my heart. I was talking to my eldest brother last night. He's the patriarch now. And he is my father made over, you guys. And we were talking about my father. My father passed in 2018, Jill. I'm sorry. But you know, we were laughing and cutting up and just enjoying all the good memories of our childhood and of our loving family. And I know you will be doing the same thing in time, if not already. Okay, we need to make 6 cards, and I'm deciding with this longer full background that I am going to make it 1 inches by 7 inches. One of them is not quite 7 inches because that was the inch we cut off first. Now, the cards I'm going to make today, you don't need a brand new paper pad. You don't need this paper pad. You just need, you could use your scraps. This is going to be a great design if you have a lot of scraps. Thing is I also have this pretty paper I want to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. We only need 6. So there are those. Then these, I'm going to think a little less about, I think. I will be able to get 6 if I cut at 1 inch. So this is basically kind of like a 1x4 piece. Hey, Miss Natasha. Sorry, I'm still... Oh, Janine, we've missed you so much and hope you're well. And we're just so glad you're here. My Canadian sister. It is so good to have you here. Okay, let's do, yeah, let's go ahead and just do 1 inches. We're just getting the most of our paper right now. And the way I'm cutting it, I'm able to get a piece for every one of my 6 cards. The great thing about this is that we won't have to have any scraps. Okay, for these though, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do 2 inches. Yes, good decision. Because I'll be able to get 3 of these and 3 of these. So I still have enough for my 6 cards. Oh, Snapdragon. I cut that wrong. I cut that to 3. Okay, no worries. We'll figure it out. We'll bring in some scraps. Okie dokie. I almost did it right. Almost. Now, let me get, this is an extra, which we may end up needing that extra. You get some card bases. Did y'all hear the part that these are going to be simple cards? I think it's time to get back to simple card making. Simple materials, simple card making. At least a little bit, even though mixed media really is my favorite. Okay, let's move all that over. And I need to score my card bases. I wish my big industrial trimmer would also score. That would be amazing. How you doing, Miss Angie? You're not late. These things aren't planned. It's not a meeting. You're not late. We are doing real simple stuff today anyways. I hope that the friends here that watch for junk journaling content, I am winning you over slowly to cards, and I'm winning my card makers slowly over to junk journals. I'm seeing it happen. I'm having junk journalers send me cards saying, I've never made them before, but this was so much fun. Because for junk journalers, y'all, they don't want to measure. A lot of them don't even have paper trimmers. They just tear everything with their rulers, their hands, and things like that. And then for my card makers, they are more precise. But I'm winning y'all over. We can do both if we want to. You're not late, Maddie. Easter, not really. We're kind of making more spring, although they could be used for Easter. I am using my Easter Blessings paper pad for the background paper. When I was designing that paper pad, you guys, I was very aware, or intentional, I should say, about giving you a bunch of backgrounds you could use all year long. And not just for Easter, but then I also wanted the Easter to be very Eastery. I had a lot of fun doing that. If you're gonna spend, I want you to have versatility. Girls gotta have options. Don't put baby in a corner. Okay. You cut 12 inches of your hair off, Dawn. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if my hair is 12 inches long. Getting ready for summer, I suspect. Time for a trim. Yeah, say that's a trim. Okay, let's look at this. Let's kind of divide these by how many we have for each card. So we should have one of these white ones for each card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We do. Let's space them out a little because we're going to put some bigger pieces. Dun, 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 dun. All right. And let's do that again. We don't have a sketch. We don't have like anything worked out necessarily of what we're doing, but I'm just working out that everybody gets one of these, except for this guy. This poor guy gets not a big piece. So we'll give him this other piece over here, and then maybe something from our scraps. Like, oh, I have this scrap. That one will do. Okay. So this is what we have to work with. Let's take a look at it and see what we might want or need to add. Alrighty. I cut this to go the full length of the card. I don't have a plan here. We're just going to play around. These cards need to go like this. Hopefully what's going to happen is we're going to land on something we like. I'm liking this. And then we have our stamped piece. Oh yeah, I'm liking this. This piece could actually come up here all the way to that edge. These can come down to right here. Let's come over here. Very different, but I think I like it. Okay, let's keep this here. Let's go center stage with these pieces. I think I like that more. Let me check though if I like the birds better with this red. I think I do. I like the soft blue and the brown versus the olive green with this piece. And then we could tie some ribbon around it. We could throw a sentiment on it. Yeah. See, this would be a perfect like scrappy layout. Kate's relaxing today. Good. And then tomorrow getting together with family and get to see my niece who's home from college for spring break. Well, that sounds lovely. Glad you're resting today. It's important. Okay, for those who like dimensions, we're making a 5x7 card. This strip right here is 1x7. These are 1x4. And I'm just going to kind of put these in off the edge a little bit. And I think up to, they're going to meet this patterned paper, but be off the edge of these others. Same thing here. It's going to go up and touch this. This one seems a little longer than the other one. Okay. Now we could decide. About this piece. I like more of the green and the blue showing. cuteness. We need a little bit of ribbon, I think. Going the wrong way with that. Let's see what this looks like. I have a couple of options on my desk at the moment. Yeah, this will be pretty, and then you'll get to see it on the inside of the card too. It's probably going to take up the rest of what I have of this chiffon. To make all these cards if I decide to put this. Maddie's son's arriving this afternoon. Nice. So excited to see him again. Oh, all you moms out there, I'm still got my young ones, and I do not look forward to them growing up and leaving home. I know it's a fact of life. Like, I need to start accepting it now. Just deal with it, but I don't wanna. So I just enjoy them now. I'll accept it later. Okay, I love a big bow. I love it. I love it. I love me a big bow. Okay, and then these little birdies, they're going to need some foam tape, but they're going to go right there. Look at us making cards, y'all. Y'all had to go through a lot for me to get here, but we made it. All that maintenance in the beginning. Okay, we definitely need foam tape for this situation. I'm going to look and see what the sentiments are. We know there's a lot of sentiments. I love Unity's sentiments and that they put so many in their monthly kits. That's going to go right there. That's our prototype. What do you think? I love it. It makes me very happy. Yay. We'll do the sentiments. I'm going to sit here and glue these and read comments. Mr. John Pounds, you and your family are in my prayers, sir. I'm so sorry. Y'all are in a time of transition. Give Jill a big hug for us, John. Give her a big old squishy hug and tell her this is from all your virtual Chatterbox friends. And then she'll hug you back, and that's from all of us virtual Chatterbox friends too. We love you guys. We'll be thinking of you and praying for you. Still working on tailored expressions. Well, that sounds like so much fun. Those big old kits you guys got. How fun is that? I'm out of the loop when it comes to all that stuff. Zal Storm. Hey, Zal. How's it going? Sometimes I take a lunch break and I get to hang out with y'all over at Mindless Crafting. But I haven't even gotten lunch breaks this week that much. So I missed all the fun this week. So now that I know my prototype is good and I know where I'm going, then mask making bitty penny mode kicks in, and I'm going to do all my foam tape at one time. This is when I buckle down and get real serious about my mask making skills so that we can be efficient, because I thrive on efficiency whenever possible. We're supposed to get to 60 today as well, Flo. Was that Flo that said that? No, that was Paula. Miss Paula. Miss Paula Rice. I am going to make me a craft roulette card this week. I'm determined to be in the mug club this year. I'm going to hit 100. I know I'm pretty prolific in the number of cards that I make, and it seems like I should have done that by now, but I haven't, so whatever. Okay, this is where we're going with all the rest of these cards now. So this is what we're making. I just have it propped up over here, and I get to just hang out with you guys and glue. Yeah, I think so. Like, you know, some people are probably better at acknowledging their blessings and giving thanks for them than I'm gonna, but I'm gonna make a concentrated effort to do it this year. I always feel like gratitude, that happiness is deeply rooted in gratitude. So if you're feeling like your happiness is waning, turn to gratitude. I'm not being bossy. This is just what my philosophy. Not meant to be a bossy philosophy either. Well, thank you, Miss Linda Gorman. Yeah, if y'all can like the video, that would be cool. If you do like the video, no pressure. If you don't like it, you can hit that thumbs down too. Whatever. I don't get wrapped up in the emotions of being a YouTuber at all. Okay. Cool. I like that. So I'm not even going to test the birds. I'm just going to go with it. Glue this down. This is a scrap from when I was crafting with T and Dawn yesterday. It's some Tim Holtz worn wallpaper. Alrighty, and now we need more of this. Here's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to run out of this color, which is going to give me a little bit of a sad face for a minute. Just because I love this soft blue so much. But I'm going to go ahead. This is my ideal size piece. I'm going to go ahead and cut myself as many of them as I can with what I have left on this roll. That way I don't have to measure it out every time. That's it. That's all she wrote. This goes into the scrap bin. Here's this other blue. And I don't think it's quite right. I'm going to have to grab a different color. This blue is just not doing it for me. And I doubt that this green, ooh, actually I like this green on this card. Let's do 2 of these, because I think that's enough. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we just need 2 of this other green. We'll use this for the wildflower images. Yippee! Okay. We'll have all of our ribbon cut. Yeah, so, you know, maybe we should record the blessing of a dryer, an in-home dryer and washing machine. And Miss Rose. Oh, geez, I hope these aren't too short. We're going to make it work. That's what we're going to do. But yeah, they could have been longer. Like the first one. These are dinky little, a dinky little, I hope they're not all that short, but I think they are. Oh, well. We have other options. I can just tie a bigger bow, if that makes me happy. Hold on. Well, John, he would use my scissors. He did. You're right. He did use, he tried to go out in the yard with these one time. Well, not that pair, but a different one. I'm still missing my red pair. I don't know what happened to those. At first, he's like, I don't like your scissors. They're too dangerous. And then they won him over because they are so good. And my red scissors never made it back in my craft room. The only thing about putting it on like this is, one, you got to figure out how to adhere it and make it stay. And two, what I like about tying it around is the inside of the card has, you know, that pretty ribbon decoration, even though mine's twisted, whatever. I'm not a perfectionist. I used to be. I got over it. But yeah, I like my ribbon on the inside too, but I think what we're gonna do is improvise and have a really big wild bow just like that. And I'll have to glue it down with Fabri-Tac. And Fabri-Tac will hold it. Let's move it right, put it right there. Still pretty much in the center, not 100%, but with this there, you won't be able to tell. Time for the Fabri-Tac. Where is it? Oh, why is it not just sitting here? Oh, brother, you guys. Found it. Ah! Well, it's funny because I think I'm sorry, I'm jumping conversation here real quick. Going back to the, like, it's hard for me to watch this one particular creator because she always does the opposite of what I would do. I mean, I think it's really good for me overall. And the thing is, you know, we're all going to do something different, and none of it's wrong and none of it's right. And it's all beautiful because we all make different things, and we all can have the same sketch, the same paper pad, and make something completely different. And that is the beauty of our creativity coming into full bloom. So when I say it, I don't mean to not be supportive, because that's what I love. Like, I've, you know, got this design team now that I love and adore. And it is just amazing to see what they make. And then the Kendra's card challenge, to see Kendra's design team use my papers and to see the things that they make. I mean, it absolutely blows me away and I love it. And if someone does something different than you, it doesn't make you wrong and them right, or them wrong and you right. It makes us creative. And that is a beautiful thing. I think I said it that time the way I always meant it to come out. That's what I meant. Yeah, well, I'm just now reading Cordelia's response. Exactly, you know, craft roulette is the beautiful manifestation of that thought, right? Like, it's have the same parameters and everything is so different. Oh my gosh, I watched Mary on Tuesday case the card. I can't remember. It was like Kathy or something was her name. Bummer, I can't remember her name. But for the Who Done It show, that card was phenomenal. Both Mary's and the original. I just loved it. So different, so unique. So much somebody being in their room going, I'm going to make decisions my way. This poor little piece just doesn't quite make it down to the bottom, but that's okay. Now this piece. Yay, we're smashing another one of my paper pads. I have a couple I want to smash because they're just so close to being done. Oh, John, I just read your Bugs Bunny comment. I think I'm just going to stick to it. And we're going to do another big one. I'm going to keep my bows big. See, and some people might not like big bows. I'm going to try small again and see if I like it, because I do like it going all the way around. But if I don't like it, I'm going back to big. I don't love it. I don't love it the way I love the big bow. Well, hello, Miss Debbie. Good morning. You just opened... Yay, we can craft together. You just opened your Easter blessings. Nice. Hope you like it. Speaking of design team, this morning, I'm just using the backgrounds from it. And then I'm using my Unity Stamp Co. Kit of the Month for my focal points. I did order more Easter paper, y'all. I went ahead and did it. Originally, I was going to do a one and done, but you guys loved it. I loved it. So I ordered another. Thank you, sir. May I have another? All right. Let's not be discouraged about the little pieces I'm cutting off, because those will be used. I will use these pieces on another project another time, but that is exactly what I like. I know I'm behind, but I am going to catch up with you guys. And I'm reading. Oh, look at you multitasking, Miss Paula. Way to go. Sometimes I multitask. I used to think that I wasn't doing life right if I wasn't multitasking. And then I had a coworker who was like, you know, it's really not that healthy to always multitask. And I heard her and I was like, I think you're right. So now I pick and choose when I want to multitask and when I'm going to just be present in one thing at a time. I'm liking these. Do y'all like these? I like them. Okay, just a few more to go. We're halfway done with assembling these. Now, all we've got left are the little birdies. These are going to be fun to add to my stash. Yeah, Karen, there we go. She doesn't want to measure, but you can still make cards. I think I've heard from like so many people like, oh, I never made cards because I'd watch some videos and I would think that's too much measuring. And I responded, you don't have to measure. You can have fun making cards without measuring. I think Desiree's shown us all that with her Simplicity series. I now, on the other hand, like today I did measure, but you could have made this card with scraps. But I was cutting whole sheets of paper. If I was cutting scraps, I wouldn't have measured, right? But like because I was cutting whole sheets of paper, I wanted to get the most out of my paper. I knew I had 6 cards to make, and so I strategically cut it to not have scraps, to make enough for 6 cards. So it just depends. Well, hello, Denise. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad you've started making your own junk journals. Aren't they fun? They're so fun. Okay, look, I can't cover. I want that piece of paper. So I'm going to cut this. I know it's small, but I still want to use that piece of, I don't want to cover it up. There's no use in that. I don't want to cover that up. So I'm just going to trim this down. This can still go down here. Yeah, but that's too pretty to cover up. All right. If you work with this chiffon ribbon, prepare yourselves for lots of shedding. It will shed until the cows come home. Even if you don't have any cows, they're going to show up in your driveway. It sheds that much. Okay, we're going to put that there. And we're just going to put a big old bow on it. Oh, nice. Miss Paula's making a sheet load of birthday cards. How nice. At the beginning of every year, Miss Paula, I think January is the month for birthday cards. Or the first of the year, because you know you're going to have, hopefully, birthdays all year long to celebrate. So it's kind of nice to get ahead of the curve. So I'm putting a little glue on all the different pieces to kind of keep them together and where I want them on my card. So it's going to look floppy and loosey-goosey, but really they're tacked down. Guess who's going to be shopping for more blue chiffon ribbon? This girl with 2 thumbs. This one right here. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, which is great because I can go to Hobby Lobby and just get this color if they have it in stock. Or if you don't have a Hobby Lobby and don't want to go, because you know, you walk into Hobby Lobby for a spool of one color ribbon and you walk out with a basket full. I get it. You can also order them on Amazon, but I've never seen them sold by a color the way that Hobby Lobby has smaller packs or single colors, I think. Amazon has larger packs, more colors, so it just depends on what you want and need. Absolutely, Jeanette. We all missed you. Glad they're letting you know. Aww. Nice. Miss Vicky. My mom, I gave her her Easter cards that I made her with that sheet load, and she just loved them so much, you guys. She kept the one with the chapel on it because she was like, oh my gosh, this is just like Stony. And I was like, I know, that's why I made it and put it in there. Because it is like, that's why it's there. It's like the church I grew up going to. It was a tiny little chapel in the woods. Well, not really woods, on the plains. That's more like it. On the plains in Texas. Guys, we just have one more to assemble after this. Oh, how wonderful, Heidi. I'm so glad you guys got a frame. You know, sometimes I think about sending people frames, but the problem is with that I've found is you don't know, like, if you don't know the decor of their home, you don't know if they're going to want a black frame, a brown frame, a modern frame, a classic frame. Like, there's so many options. Glad y'all found one and glad you liked it. It was so fun. Illustrating your love story through paper crafting. Thanks for giving me that opportunity. That was a lot of fun. I had a good time. Had a good old time. All right, let's put the birds on. I had left some space here thinking the ribbon would go there, but we all see how that went. Oh well, this is fine too. You guys, I'm so hot and flashy. Whew. Have any of you seen the video of the lady at like a football game and she's bald-headed and beautiful and she's having a hot flash and steam is just rolling off her head? It's like, yeah, we're not making this up, you guys. If ever in doubt, take your lady outside and see if her head's steaming. It probably is. She's probably got all kinds of steam. When we talk about letting off the steam, we mean it. We're not joking. I just wish I could feel as nice being perimenopausal and menopausal as my heart is. But something kicks in that I was unaware of, no one told me about. And it's a sassy bit. It's not putting up with nothing off nobody. I didn't know that was going to be a part of it. Nobody told me that. Hi, Miss Kathy Grant. I have to keep the steamroller in check. Because sometimes she's not having it. You dread it too, Shannon. I know. I just want to build them all houses and keep them with me. They can have their own house. It just needs to be next door. It is more accepted, Angie. And like that kids live at home longer. And in Europe, it's very common. I saw in Italy, it's extremely common for, and has been forever, evidently, for kids to live at home into their early 20s. They live with their parents. I'm down with that. Let's go to Italy. I'm not rushing mine out the door. I think I'm gonna have to chase Sparkle Heart. I'm gonna have to be a globetrotter to keep up with Sparkle Heart, though. She is just chomping at the bit for all the big cities. New York, Paris, London. I get it. I get it. I was the same girl. I understand. And now I know how my father felt. I think my mom felt it too, but I know my father expressed it very clearly. He did not want me moving away. But I did. This is the last card, you guys. Could write a dedication for Rose. I don't feel like I'm done crafting. I know y'all might be done, though. You probably got places to go and people to see and things to do. I respect that. I like all my scrappies. These are the scraps left over. Pretty good, I have to say. Not bad at all. I get some of this trash off my desk. I have succulent pattern paper too. Well, I made some with you guys. Did I tell you guys I had to change that? I put Cancer Sucks on the front of that card. My husband did not like it. And so I was like, okay, I'll put thinking of you. So luckily I was able to rip off that Dymo label and change that up. He was like, no, too much. And I was like, okay. I need an internal filter that lets me know when it's too much. I seem to be missing it. I just say whatever. They were only live. Oh. Don't tell Tracy, but I'm sending her a birthday package. I sure am. It's her birthday month. I love that she has a whole birthday month. She deserves it. Bill deserves a birthday month too. We all do. What do y'all think? We made 6 cards. I got to use my monthly subscription. Yay. If you're going to subscribe and you're going to buy something, use it, right? This is the only one that got the ribbon to go all the way around, and I flubbed it. It's crisscross, but hey, that just makes it more interesting. They know it's handmade. So that was the prototype. These were the wildflowers. Well, hello, Miss June and Zane. I love that. I have a quote for you. Ask, believe, receive, and immediately thankful for. All is possible when we live in gratitude and joy. Found it this morning. Oh, well, how serendipitous. I love serendipity. Oh, you lurk away, Miss Kim. I saw that you were lurking yesterday too. Thanks for saying hi, though. I hope you're doing well. I have to lurk all the time. I'm just shamelessly lurking these days. Those are our 6 cards. You guys, I love those. I like the green too. That was nice. The blue was perfect for the little birdies. And then the green, and it just worked with the papers too. That nice green. Oh, you know what? When I was gluing these bows on, I told myself, come back and put a sentiment here. So let's do that. I'm not ready to say goodbye, and I'm not ready to step away from my craft table. So let's put some sentiments on. I can't read the sentiments on the stamps themselves, so I have to reference this sheet of paper. I really need progressives, you guys. I am a middle-aged woman, y'all. Okay, let's do this. Spring blooms with a fresh start. You are a true bloom of kindness. Oh, I love that one. You've been on my mind. Sending a garden of hugs. Friends like you don't come around every day. Lean on me whenever you need. And just a little note. I like you're a true bloom of kindness. I think that's this one. Ooh, and I love these birds. These birds would be a good embellishment to add. Pop this. I gotta rearrange some things so I can fit everybody on this sheet for proper storage. Better. Now all I have to be able to fit on is the sentiment in my hand. I think we'll be able to maybe put it in there. Oh boy. I feel like it's a jigsaw puzzle putting these on here. Okay, yeah, we'll be able to fit that right there. Cool. Awesome. Fantastic. Let's put some sentiments on, and I might even put a bird on it. Oh, I could have tied a knot, Reagan. That was a good idea, but I was stuck on a bow. Oh, I could have done that too, Linda. You're so right. If I had put, too bad I wasn't caught up with y'all's comments, Zane and Linda. If I put a slit right here, then I could have run the ribbon this way lengthwise, and then it could have shown through on this side, and I could have had a big old bow. Yep. That could have worked as well. I like big bows and I cannot lie. That's right, Miss Angie. That is right. Let's stamp out. I'm going to use my 5x7 scraps. I'm a lucky girl as a 5x7 card maker because I get lots of these scraps. Okay, color. I think I will just do black. Hi, Paige. You're smashing a 6x6. I wanted to smash a 6x6 real bad today. That was almost what we were doing here today, actually. And then I told myself, girlfriend, you better use that stamp set, that kit of the month, because you have another one coming and you haven't used it yet. I don't know if I'll use one on these on every card, but I might. Ooh, that is pretty. You are a true bloom of kindness. This goes out to each and every one of you. 62 watching. If I could send all of y'all a card with this sentiment, I would. I just have to dedicate it to you instead. Ain't no one got postage like that. Oh my gosh. Just joking. Okay. I have this other scrap. I just want to see a bird and see what I think about a bird. And I think I'll do them in scorched timber. It's a sparrow, right? What colors are sparrows? They're brown, aren't they? Mostly. I'm sure there's 44 species. Ooh, that's pretty. I love scorched timber. I think it's it's my favorite brown, I think, from Timmy. Nice. We may or may not use them. Aren't those prints great? Good all year long. Alrighty. You guys, I still kind of want to make that heart card. All right, let's cut a couple of these and see if we like them on those wildflower cards. The other ones could go on the inside if I don't like them on the outside. You are a true bloom of kindness. I like it. I think I want to ink blend around it. Or I have to rough it up. This would be considered necessary roughness. Your brain needs measurements. Sometimes mine does, Reagan, and sometimes it doesn't. My brain is indecisive. Sal Storm, you need some 6x6 paper. Well, Miss Jamie at Not Too Shabby has really adorable 6x6 paper. Where do you live, Sal? Are you in the States? Yeah, necessary roughness. Now it matches this, and I don't want to ink blend it. Someone's texting me. You know it. It's okay, y'all. They don't understand. It's okay. I need less 6x6 paper. I went crazy for years just buying all the 6x6 paper, and now I hardly ever even use it. Well, Miss Denise, it sounds like your friend has a full house, which is never boring. Okay, let's do it again one more time here. Well, I'm just going to have to record a video for you guys because I'm not done crafting, but I think I'm going to let you guys go after this because I don't want to just sit here aimlessly occupying your time. We came, we saw, we maintenanced, and we made 6 cards. Feels comprehensive for a video. I like this. Where does this go? I think this goes over here. You guys, I tell y'all I got my hubby a trunk for our anniversary for our cards. I didn't tell him what it was for. I made him guess, and he guessed on the first try. So proud of him. He was like, a trunk. And I was like, yeah, a trunk. He's like, okay. I gave it him, and I was like, you know what the trunk's for? And he's like, all of our cards? Yep. We had outgrown our box. Okay. And we keep each other, the cards that we give each other. Okay. Do these need sentiments? I'm thinking I really like the sentiment, so maybe they do. Good news. They're already stamped. So let's see. Yep. It's needed, in my opinion. Woo, Carrie, I was flashing hard, girl. Hot flashing hard over here. You could feel it? Yeah. Boy. Studio lights don't help. You're not hot or flashy, Angie? Well, good on you, girlfriend. Good. You know, I want to celebrate the fact that you're not. That makes me happy. Because it would make me sad if every woman had to deal with this. I like the sentiments. Hey, Pam. How's it going? I'm just meandering through the comments and finishing up these 6 cards. Oh my gosh. Why did we have to say hot flash? I have another one. Oh my gosh. Got this card out to send a friend today. Maybe it'll help her, and it's helping me right now. Oh my goodness. You can't even say the word in the because the body's just like, oh, you want a hot flash? Oh, sure, here you go. No, body, I don't. My goodness, it's expensive everywhere, Shannon. Hopefully that'll all be in balance by the time my children are of the age of needing a place. But yeah, housing is an issue everywhere, apparently. I was listening to Amy. I really love Amy over at Crafty Cat. And she lives, I think, in Idaho, Montana. She lives up north somewhere like that. And she was talking about how her town used to be so sleepy and small, and so many people have moved there, and it's just so full of traffic. And I live one town over from the fastest growing city in the United States the last 2 years. And the traffic is just insane. Boy. Oh, thanks, Dawn. Glad you like them. Tell you what, if I lived in a snowy area right now, I think I'd look like a maniac. At the price of looking like a maniac, I would just go lay in the snow like a husky. Go get some snowdrift action going on. Those tulips are beautiful, and I love tulips. Tulips were, oh shoot, that reminds me. I saw y'all's comments, and I wanted to start responding to them last night, and I didn't get to, but I think it was Angie that was asking me about my tattoo on this finger. That's my husband's initials, OKC, and that's a tulip, which was our flower at our wedding. We had all colors of tulips just everywhere. So that's what that is. Got that on vacation one time. Didn't bring back a t-shirt. I brought back a tattoo. Actually, I brought back 3. One was a cover-up, and these 2 on my fingers. The other one is a broken arrow, which is to symbolize peace. We'll fight no more. Because I really want and try to be a very peaceful person. I like peace in my heart, in my home, in my life, and wish for it for the whole world. Pray for it. One time when I was little, Dad asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I told him world peace, and he's like, can you think of anything else? I'm like, no, I want world peace. And he's like, yep, you're going to have to think of something else. I remember that so vividly. I don't even know how old I was. 7 or 8, probably. Ooh. Oh, that's a good idea, Pam. Just do a little... You got a drone? Can you fly a drone over the Tulip Festival? Well, hello, Miss Desiree. You've probably been here 30 minutes, but I'm just meandering through the chat as I finish. This is the last one of these cards this morning. Bye, Miss Linda Veal. I'm sure you're long gone. I hope she has a good weekend. Or maybe you're just getting here. Oh, you saying hi. Hi, Linda Veal. I'm going with shopping with my mom and my kids. We're going to the Half Price bookstore today. We're going to sell some books, and you know I'm going to buy some books because I can't help myself. I cannot go to a bookstore and not come home. My grubby little fingers are going to come home with books. It doesn't matter that I don't need them or have space for them. I've been really wanting a new Paul Gauguin book. I like a really nice retrospect of his work. And I kind of hate buying books on the internet if I can't see a flip through, because I'm usually disappointed. So I ordered a Gauguin, what I thought was going to be a retrospective and comprehensive, and it was not. It was disappointing. So that's what I'm personally gonna check for today. Let's see what else I stumble upon. They have a really cool retro section there now, where they sell like really old vintage books too. I have to stay out of there. I have to set some limits before I ever even walk in. My mom's going with me, so that'll help. She'll keep me in check. Moms are good like that. All right, you guys. I'm glad we added the, I always say we, because you're right here along with me, spending your time with me. But glad we added the sentiment. I think that really finished off these little cards nicely. So I have 4 of these now. And then I have 2 of these. I can't say goodbye just yet because I need to make it to the end of the chat. Oh, Paige. Oh, girlfriend, we have all been there. Just glued my entire card upside down. Thank goodness for liquid glue because I was able to pull it off. Well, Angie, you just missed some maintenance, but you might enjoy it still. Well, that's true, Flo. I guess that's true. She says, Biddy, you're not occupying anyone's time. We all know how to leave when we need to. Yeah, I'm just in a really crafty mood. I had a very stressful week at work. And so, you know, crafting is definitely the best, my favorite kind of therapy. Oh, so glad Vicky got to hang out with us. I'm sure she's long gone, but glad she was here. Well, good, Debbie. She says, I'm happy to have company while I'm crafting. Keep on going. Ooh. Oh, cool. Des, did you see that? I'm sure. Right, Desiree? Please tell me you're going to film it. Oh, I'm so glad you love it. I'm so glad. I can't wait to see your work. So there are those. Miss Lori, hello. Just Nana Crafting. I love that name. She's long gone, but maybe she'll catch the vibes. Zane, I'm gonna have to do that. Best extra I ever bought for my studio is a USB tiny fan. It cools me and dries my projects. I need to find one that's and test it and make sure it's not too loud and annoying for you guys, but boy, does that sound nice. I have an overhead ceiling fan, but she's just kind of noisy. I have her on when I'm in here crafting all by myself, but when I have a video on, I turn her off because I can sometimes get annoyed by sounds like fans and things. So I don't know. Being aware that that can happen. Miss Dana, hi, how are ya? Good to see you. Those do pair well. Yeah, I like them a lot. These could have easily been, you know, Easter cards or whatever. I briefly, I made it to the end. I briefly talked about the card drive. One that I have to follow up with the hospital again, make sure that I have all my ducks in a row. And because I don't want y'all sending me cards if we don't know exactly what they want, need, what they will accept. And that we don't have like a surefire plan in place because we need that. So I am getting to a place, I think, where we can get that started. One thing I did say, Angie, is I think I'm going to cap like how many people can send me a month, because I will have to go through them all. And so I'm trying to decide what the cap is going to be. I'm thinking maybe 10 a person, and you don't have to send 10. I do have to set a cap because I know how it is. I mean, I sat down with a sheet load. I think I already have 20 cards made for it myself. You know, you get to crafting, having fun, using a sheet load or a sketch or your scraps, and suddenly you've got a bunch of cards. So we stamped out these birds. I'm going to use them. I made it to the end of the chat, so that's good. Finally caught up. I just want to see. I stamped out 2 of these birds, and I have 2 of these wildfire flower. I don't know if I like it better with or without. I think I like it better without. They could go on the inside if I wanted them to. Could go in one of the places. I think I'll leave the birds off for now. So that's what I got for you guys. What a fun day. I had a blast hanging out with all of you, reading all of your comments, which I did. I was behind, but I read them all. Making these 6 cards just for the fun of it. I don't have a cause or anything. It's just for the fun of it. Oh, you did, Maddie? That's how you found me, was from the Uvalde card drive? Well, and you have stuck with me all this time. Thank you, sweet friend. You guys, for all you got boxes and fun things to craft with, maybe you got a haul, you got something new, maybe you subscribed to something, maybe you didn't get anything new, but there's a million things in your stash you've forgotten about, so they feel new again. I hope you guys will get some crafty time this weekend and that you'll get to go in and dig through your stash or use something new that landed on your doorstep and make something fun. That's my wish for you, and I hope y'all have a great weekend. I will be with you again next week. Monday feels a little iffy, only because of the time change. You know, I have to spring forwards. So, but I have been waking up at 3 or 4 every day anyway, so I'll probably just be here crafting on a Monday morning. Hugs to you all. Love you guys so, so much. Thanks for spending your time with me. You guys go out, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye, everyone.